How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on Clash&Go. Today we're going to be talking about something that not a lot of people really know what to do with, or maybe they forget about it and they put them on the back burner. They're just not as apparent in the game, so a lot of people put them aside and don't understand how much they can actually help you. And that's the modules. Okay, so we're going to talk about what they are, how to use them, where can you put them, and how to get them, and how do you get the best ones. So the modules on the right hand side of your screen, you'll see that there is a three-dimensional diamond shaped thing with some triangles around it. And if you click on that, it's going to bring up the screen that shows you all the modules that you have, to include the ones that you don't have that you could get. Now, it's separated by buildings, units, nanos, heroes, and then at the bottom you've got the different colors, and then you also have what they do, whether it gives health, attack damage, troop capacity, and so on. So if you scroll on the screen, you'll notice that the modules will go all the way up to 18%. Now, that is not the highest module you can get. Okay, that is just the highest module that you can craft. You can get higher modules from another part of the game, which we'll go over in a minute. So what you want to do is, at least I would say once every few days. You don't need to do it every day, but if you were to do it once every few days, you'll be fine. You want to go through and just click on some of your stuff. Click on your defenses. Click on the info button and check to make sure that the modules you have in there are the best ones you have. Okay, and I haven't done it in a few days, so I might have a few that I haven't gone through. So like right here, I do still have a plus 4% health module, and I do know that I have a turret somewhere that I recently made. It should be a lower level that probably does not have a module in it yet. I'm not, it might be this one actually. Okay, yes, so right here, I don't have one in here. I know that I got a 4% sitting in there. I'm going to go ahead and pop it in there. So that module is going to give me 4% on the health of that turret. Some of the other modules, or the other module you'll see is your attack one. So this one gives me 4% damage on that turret. It doesn't do it for all the turrets. It only does it for that turret that it is attached to. Now on the troops, you can't obviously click on just a troop. So what you'll do is you'll go to your train your troop screen and pick. You want to put your best modules on the troops that you use the most. Okay, so right now, as you can see from my queue, that I use Gigas and Stormtroopers. So my Stormtroopers are going to have my highest modules as well as my Gigas. On my Gigas, I've got my best health one, just because I want them to be able to sponge as much damage as possible. I do have a 4% sitting here. I'll go ahead and put that on him. And then on my Stormtroopers, I want them to output as much damage as they can. So I've got my biggest damage module on that one, and then my second largest health. Okay, that's how you want to set up your modules. All right, don't waste your best modules on troops that you maybe used to use and you don't use anymore. If you change your choice of troops that you're going to use, then you want to make sure that you update your modules. So I used to use shooters, and I did have some better modules on them. I took them off and I put them onto my Stormtroopers. I put some of my lower ones on here just in case I want to use them again, but I really don't use them much. Now you want to make, so that's turrets, that's your troops, and then next one. Okay, so now you've got your storages. Go in here, you've got modules for storage capacity. This is big. This will change how much storage you can hold by a lot if you do it to all of them. I don't have any more health ones. I'm sure I probably do have a storage one somewhere that maybe doesn't have one. I'll go ahead and check that one out later. Okay, so now your storages have them, and don't forget that your command center is also a resource storage. So if you look in here, you've got a resource storage as well. Make sure that that's got a good one. And then we're going to go to your military plant. This one is where you want to put your best modules for your I can't think of what's called, the speed. Basically, it'll speed up it'll boost the rates at which that you can create the troops, especially when you get to the Stormtroopers. They take a little bit longer to make. Right now I'm looking at about 45 minutes to get a full army, so you want to make sure you've got your best modules on here so that you are producing troops. Like right here, I can put one in here. Okay, and that way you can produce troops as fast as you can. Now, to what you want to do is once you go through all of your modules, you can't put them on walls. Walls are the only thing that doesn't have modules. And actually, let's go over one more. We'll go over the hero. To get the hero, you go and click on the hero outpost. Click on hero, and you see all the different ones he can hold. Um, you want to go through. Ideally, you want probably more health, because I know most people typically use their hero as a bullet sponge as well. Something distracted turrets. We'll go ahead and switch that. Some distracted turrets while your stormtroopers or your shooters or whatever you're using for damage output runs through everything. So this is where you're gonna put that in, and it'll show you the amount that it increases for each one. So for health, just off of these 4 modules, it's giving me another 200 health, which is big. That's gonna help out a lot. It gives me another 29 damage per second on top of the 88. So almost half of what it's already creating, I'm adding to it again. 19.3 damage to buildings, none to units, nothing on speed. So once a week or once every few days, you want to go through your module page once you've already gone through all of your stuff and you know that you're using all of your best modules that you have, and that any ones that are left over are ones that are probably expendable. Go ahead and go through and disassemble them. Okay, this is going to be big. You do not need those just sitting around in your list. They do no good for you sitting here. Go ahead and get rid of them. Disassemble them. And what that's going to do is eventually, and quite quickly actually, because okay, let me go ahead and so we'll get rid of this 10%. So this one's worth 60. All right, that's a pretty good amount. 14% would be worth 160. 18% is worth more than that. You want to go ahead and disassemble as many of those as you can. All of the ones you don't need. You don't need to hold on to them. You will get more, and you'll actually be able to craft better ones. So once you have disassembled those, what you can do is click on the one you want. So let's say I want to boost my building speed in my training camp. I can go ahead and come to the buildings, narrow it down by the one that I want, and don't even bother wasting any of your resources on anything below 18%. You get it fast enough. There's no need to build anything lower than 18%. Save up for the 18% one. You'll click it. All the 18% ones always cost $12.80. Go and assemble it and put in your building. That's going to be big. So 18% is the best ones that you can craft. Now, like I said, that is not the best ones that you can get. The best ones you can get are actually found in the AR world. The AR world is that GPS icon on the right side. We'll go ahead and go to that. And when you're in here, you're going to go ahead and click on your towers, and you're going to go to your treasure map. Now, I've already done the treasure map for this week. It resets tomorrow, and I will be doing a video on it for the next time that I do the treasure map, going over how to find the fragments and what you need to do to actually find the treasure map so you're not wasting your scanners. But like I said, we'll cover that in the next video. So I found this treasure. When I opened it, I think I got a couple 22%. I got a couple 18%. I think 16%. But that is going to be where you can get the ones above 18%. This is where your best modules are going to come from. And modules will do great things for you. They're going to help you out immensely in beefing up your guys and beefing up your buildings and your defenses. They're a very important part of the game that a lot of people have pushed to the side, and they have not weighed as heavily on them as they should. You need to be going through your modules and make sure that everything is running the best modules that you have. That is the difference. That can definitely be the difference between getting 3-starred in an attack and winning the attack, and you yourself gaining the trophies. So when you do get your module, when you do get on every day, you want to make sure that you go into your shop, and every day in your items you will get a free module pack. I think it's every 21 or 24 hours this comes up. You get to open it for free. So far I have not gotten anything I think maybe over 6% out of this. I haven't gotten anything good out of them. I don't know if anybody else has. If you have, if you've seen anything over 12% out of one of these free boxes, comment down on it below. Let everybody know that, hey, there is better stuff inside those, that we're not just wasting our time opening those or just to be able to disassemble them. I have not bought any of these module packs. I don't know if they come with better ones. I wouldn't assume so because it doesn't look like anything special in the box like it does on the treasure map. But I would guess you could probably get up to 18% in the paid module packs. But I would rely more on the treasure map if you're really wanting to get the high end modules. So make sure you go through your modules. Make sure that you have everything with modules in it. If you have any modules sitting around and you have a tower that doesn't have one inserted in it, then that is only hurting you. That is more defense or more power for that you could be using that you're not. So ensure that you are going through your modules. They are an important aspect of the game that a lot of people overlook, and it's a common mistake that a lot of people make. So if you like this video, if you did learn something from this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment below on what the best module you have is. I'd like to see what the highest one out there is. The highest one I found is 22%. I don't know if that's the max. Let me know if you've got something better than that. I want to know what you have. And until next time, take it easy.